Stop your doom scrolling. Welcome to the Wig Alopecia podcast. My name is Jessie Vesper. I need you to stop doom scrolling because you finally found the place on the internet that you need to be. This podcast, could I be the new home for your doom scrolling needs? Could you backlog all my content and find something good for yourself? Find a meme that you enjoy. Find my beautiful, exquisite face to look at and subscribe and last forever because my love for you is undying and unwavering, just like my love for Sonic the Hedgehog. And I told you guys last episode that we needed a change, and I ripped my Sonic the Hedgehog off the wall, as I'm sure you already saw. Sonic is well loved in this household, and I'm going to hang him on my wall because I didn't like the other Sonic. Not that I didn't like him, but it didn't match the other Sonics in a full body photo, so I decided to add another Sonic. So you're welcome. Now that he's up there with my other boyfriends, I do need to ask you guys, how many boyfriends are too many to have? I don't know. I guess I need to ask one of my men.
For all intensive purposes, this was a joke.
My advice for you is dump all of them. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my outfit of the day. Today, I am wearing Carhartt. Everything I wear is thrifted. Is that weird? I do look a little boxy in this. I feel, whew, let's pull up those high-waisted pants, shall we? Much better. So I did thrift this. Junk in the trunk is getting out of control. Definitely need to get my trunk emptied, except for I no longer have a trunk. If you saw the title of this video, we'll be getting to that later down the road. But I wish it were clickbait. I wish it were clickbait. Whatever. These jeans I've definitely worn before. I wore them to see Poppy, and they were not thrifted. I actually bought them on clearance from Walmart for like $1, I think. But then I ripped them up and like made them cool because I am awesome. Everything is awesome and everything is cool when you're part of a team. And it is just me, myself, and I over here on Team Jessie Vesper. So I would really like you guys to subscribe and stick around because I could use some bonuses to the team, and that would be you. So yeah, I'm gonna start like I start every other time, and we're gonna start with some reactions. Yay! Everybody loves them. It's the highlight of the channel. Everybody's always like, Jessie, we need more reactions.
Sure, Jan.
I need to say something. Everybody always expects me to be a RuPaul's Drag Race fan, okay? Take 5, RuPaul's Drag Race fan. Everybody expects me to be one, and that's okay. I do enjoy several Ru girls. I follow several Ru girls' careers because I do find them as interesting talent, I suppose. I haven't watched, I don't really know where I stopped. I want to say I got up to like season 8, not fully. Some of them I haven't, some of the seasons I've seen in full, and some of them I've seen the highlights, okay? And some of them I've just seen the pit stop. I usually just keep up with the pit stop now if they have a good host. My favorite host, Trixie Mattel. My other favorite host definitely is going to be Bianca Del Rio. Okay, I do enjoy Monet as well. I do. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Yeah. I say all that to say that why did I just now follow RuPaul? I've always followed RuPaul in the sense that, like, I know who he is, I know what he's doing, I know what he's up to, I know what the production is going on, I know what he's producing, okay? I know what's coming out, I know what shows he's on, I know whenever he's on Jimmy Fallon, okay? Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. I know when he's on the talk shows, is what I'm trying to say, okay? But tell me why. I've just recently followed him on Instagram, and the reels are unhinged. They're so unhinged. They're unhinged. And I did find this one in my recommended, and it did make me follow. So let me just pull her up for a reaction here.
Remember the last time you used a public restroom?
I would like to know if RuPaul's actually on the internet deciding that he wants to do these things, or if he is getting like sent this by like publicists rather, and be like, you guys need to make a meme out of this, you know? But like, it's so funny. Like the he knows meme culture. Somebody on the team knows meme culture, right? Like I was dead when I seen this on the internet. I was dead because why was this in my recommended feed? Oh my God. I did follow because, so, you know, part of me used to, let me know how you guys feel about this, not to change the subject, but I used to keep my following count down because I was like, oh, I would love to just be following like 40 people. But you know what? I was tired of not following things and people that I actually like. So yes, this one was so funny. Oh my God, hold on.
At least we try to be optimistic.
Optimistic? Somebody untie the knot in this guy's cord.
Why don't you just shut off?
Hey, I'm real scared there, Kirby. What are you gonna do, suck me to death?
Oh my God. Like, what is this from? Who are the voice actors? Why is there an air conditioner and a toaster and Kirby? I love Kirby. And Kirby can suck me to death. That's all I'm going to say. This has 125,000 likes, and it's about to have one more. Yeah, I was shook by this. Would love to know the context. Oh my God, the comment says, I can't even read it. It says the AC's voice kind of turning me on, not gonna lie. And it has almost 10,000 likes. And did I just like it? Yes, I did. Did I just contribute to the problem? Yes, I did. Okay, work, diva. This one says, me walking out of groups after busting.
Find me a church. I've done everything everybody else wants to do. Find me a church to go to.
Girl.
I need peace in my heart. I need it now. Bring me.
Bring me. Girl, the way I see these Christian memes, I see Christian memes all the time. And I'm like, thank you. I love watching Christians be unhinged. Truly, I do. It's all they're really good at. Someone said, I love her. Happy Friday to her and only to her. And then there's people in the comments, she is not a Christian. Who am I to judge? I'm not God because God does not exist. I think, therefore I am, and only the dead dare hesitate.
You're going straight to hell.
This one is going to be meme of the week for me because I was shook. I don't know if this is staged. I don't know, but it does correlate with the name of the podcast. And if you're new here, what's my name? Jessie Vesper. What's the name of the podcast? The Wig Alopecia podcast. Okay, so this does, in fact, incorporate a wig into the video. So watch, my peoples.
I got it right.
The way she like side looks like she didn't know. Oh my freaking God. Oh my 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 God. If someone tried to snatch my natural, long, gorgeous locks, I will definitely catch an assault charge. So there is that, but I was shook. I'm just rewatching it, guys. The way she kept driving after too. It's so freaking funny. I love it. I have one more thing that I have to show you guys, and this might not even make it into the final edit. So if this does make it into the final edit, I just need you guys to know that I considered not putting it in here because I need some opinions. I need some opinions. And this person, I did deep dive a little bit. And by deep dive, I mean I watched about 20 videos. Okay. That's a deep dive, right? Definitely rage baity content. So there is a little bit of a trigger warning here. And I'll show it to you guys and you let me know in the comments what you think. Trial by comment section in the factions down below.
I am a white woman in America, and I stand for the rights of all black women in America. I'm a strong white woman, and I stand for every black woman that walks this earth. We are all beautiful. We are all amazing. And Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap. Always remember that.
Obviously, there's some degree of parody here, right? Some degree, I would hope, right? But we do support women's rights as well as their wrongs. That said, maybe I'm not the one to speak on this. I just was shocked. I was flabbergasted, shocked, diva, the house down boots, Captain Crunch Mama, as they say. I didn't really know how to react. I'm still a little flabbergasted. So I'm just going to leave that there. The wig is fierce. The wig is fierce. I'm not going to lie to you. We had 2 pieces of content with wigs today. You are welcome. Yeah, not really sure what to say about this creator. You guys let me know. Oh my god, I have more memes to show you. I'm so sorry. I keep thinking we're done with the memes, guys, but I have some more. So these last memes, I have some things to say. I wouldn't consider myself I wouldn't consider myself an Ava Max fan, okay? I wouldn't even consider myself an Ava Max casual listener. I would consider myself someone who is held by gunpoint by somebody that I know, and they forced me to listen to Ava Max and listen to her new projects. That being said, Ava has announced her new album, and the album is called Don't Click Play. So this is the album art. Now, let's not say shook, because I've said shook a lot in this video. In regards to Ava specifically, and this is not hate, I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance if you are an Ava Max fan. I was shook for what Ava is usually producing, right? Or coming out with as far as her looks. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's very pretty. I think she's very talented. Her music to me is what a freaking industry plant sounds like. She may not be one, but it just seems like you have this budget and then like that's what you do. Like, and you know what? She is rich. She's doing just fine. She is probably selling tour tickets. Probably. I don't know. I'm not trying to poop on Ava Max. It's not you. It's me. I was impressed with this album art in comparison to some of her other album arts, right? It's being clowned and memed so hilariously on Twitter, and not by me, because I am not partaking in that, because I'm not a fan. I can only clown you if I'm a fan. Actually, that might not be true. I can clown just about anybody. I will read you to filth if I want to, but I was shook. So I'm gonna I don't need to look at the memes, but I need to post them here, because look at these memes. Look at them. Are they not everything you've ever wanted in your life? But I should say that I was impressed with the album cover. It does kind of give a little bit Rebecca Black here to me. Like with the fire, Rebecca Black makes things cool. And you know, did Ava Max steal Poppy's wig? That's what I want to know. That's really what I want to know. Poppy said, actually, I'm going dark hair. We're going to do some black hair. Okay. Dark brown. Okay. And then Ava said, let me just snatch that and let me take that wig from you and I will have a new persona. Okay, work, diva. So is this the Ava Max Hate Train podcast? Yeah, probably. But Ava's got some good songs. She is gorgeous. She really is gorgeous. If I looked like Ava, I would be putting out cookie cutter pop too. Pretty privileged. While we're on the pop divas, let me just go ahead and talk some more crap on this podcast. So I love Lady Gaga so much. I love Katy Perry so much. And I love Kesha so much. I need to mention all three of these women because I have things to say about them. My little old podcast has something to say. Are you shook? Are you shocked? Are you appalled? Probably. I don't care. I'm going to say it anyways. First, we need to cover that Lady Gaga had over 2.5 million people at her free concert in Brazil. Now, did she look iconic? Yes. Was she iconic? Yes. And is she everything that we expect her to be and more as reigning supreme? Yes. And I just would like to say that she did break records being the most attended free concert, not the most streamed. We're not talking about streams right now. Okay, people, we're talking about most physically attended in person concert for a woman to have ever have happened. Okay. In the history of recorded humanity. And that is impressive. That's very impressive. I would just like to say that I was in the trenches before it was cool. While y'all are streaming mayhem, and I want Gaga to have all the extra, the success in the world, okay? I do. But where were you? Where were you during Art Pop? You were on it. That's what you were doing. I'm not listening to that. That's what you were doing. Where were you during Joanne? Okay, cheek to cheek. Okay, where were you? That's what I want to know. So ask yourself those questions and get back to me. You know, everybody likes to say that they were there. But I know the truth because I didn't see you. I didn't see you at the function. That's actually really weird. I don't recognize you. Huh. Hmm. That's really strange. So, just wanted to mention that. Of course, I wasn't in Brazil. Wish I could have been. I've never seen Lady Gaga live. I wish I could have. I wish it had worked out in my life that I had been able to, but not yet. Not yet, because someday there will be a special moment that I get to share with Lady Gaga and not you. So, I would just like to say that all of you people that are supporting Gaga now, I'm glad that you're finally doing the right thing. You're doing the Lord's work, and I've been praying for this day to come for a very long time. Yes. Also, and I know I mentioned this last episode, so if you want my full thoughts, why don't you go ahead and go watch that. Whatever. Katy Perry, I think the hate train on her is a little out of control. A little bit. Some of it's a little warranted. Granted, some of the hate I get is warranted. I'm a rage baiter. That being said, which is different from a baiter, by the way. Could be the same though. Stupid. But then we have, and this, I'm gonna say it's shade. Play the sound. I'm gonna say it's shade because I have a hard time believing people with stylists do not know who they're styling, right? So it could be coincidence. This is just speculation and my own opinions. But I think Miss Kesha was being shady to Miss Katie because we already know the infamous photo at this point from Wendy's, right? We know the tea. We know the tea. We've covered it already. Guys, look at these outfits. You can't tell me that Kesha did not have this styled and worn to be a little bit controversial about Katie and another diss toward the doctor. The doctor, okay. And I mean, is the shade probably warranted? Is it deserved? Who am I to say? I can't say it. I can't pick. I can't pit the girls against the girls. Do I think the girls are also aware of cancellations and what is good for business and what is not? Yeah. Do I think there's probably a little bit of, a culture war going on between the three dolls? Perhaps. Perhaps there always has been, and they know the ecosystem surrounding that in the press. So does Kesha know what she's doing? Yes. Do we expect the woman that used to write songs like Backstabber, songs that were notoriously about other people in the press? If I can find it, I will definitely insert it. But there's a clip of Kesha saying that she writes all of her songs about real life things that happened to her, and like air people out. So I feel like that part of like dirty Hollywood, part of Kesha, is something we've come to love and respect and know very intimately. And I wouldn't say that it's changed, like this is definitely Kesha fashion. The bad no, the bad no, if you were there. That's how you know I was there. I was there. I was actually the one interviewing Kesha. Hey guys, it's Editing Jesse. I just wanted to let you guys know that I watched about 45 minutes of Kesha interviews trying to find the specific interview that I wanted to find, and I could not find it. So if you guys know where it is, let me know in the comment section because I couldn't find it. But there is a more specific interview where she does talk about kind of writing songs like Backstabber and even Party at a Rich Dude's House, which we all know is notoriously about Paris Hilton's closet, which if you know the demo, you know the demo. But if you don't, that's fine. But now you do. So I'm just saying that there is another interview out here where she's a little bit more specific, but I did find this one, which is in a similar vein, and she does put it a little bit more tastefully, which of course, if you guys were around at the time, you know that the press was the way it was, and sometimes you had to be a little shady in the press. So I'm not throwing shade either way, but I do think Kesha is very iconic, and we still stand. So I'm just gonna throw this little clip in here for you guys. Okay, goodbye.
All my songs are really honest, and I wrote on every single one, so I think I might be getting myself into a little bit of trouble with how honest I am on this record.
Well, it's just getting started for you.
So I just looked at my list, and I don't have an icon of the week this week because apparently I'm a flop. I have like an outline I fill to write the episodes, guys, and usually I have, obviously me as icon of the week. So I guess just me as icon of the week, and let me tell you why. I did my laundry this morning, and I got glam.
Okay.
So I am... I'm icon of the week, people, okay? Let me know who your icon of the week is, other than me, because obviously, by default, me. Always me. Me. It's all about me, okay? Yeah, I'm icon of the week. I'm barely holding on as an icon, respectfully. And what? What about it? What about it? You guys know by now that Ice Mountain Water is the unofficial sponsor of the podcast, and hopefully someday maybe they will be a real sponsor. That's my dream sponsor. I love Ice Mountain. I exclusively really do drink Ice Mountain because it's delicious. It is so hydrating, and it is literally the elixir of life. So I sent them a little DM the other day, and do I expect them to reply? No, of course not. Do I expect them to ever message me back? No, why would they? I'm a freak. I'm a freak. So I love Ice Mountain. I do. Hi, Ice Mountain. Hi, Ice Mountain.
I love you.
I have to just say, they have a thing now called reward drops, a reward program, I should say, not a thing, a reward program called reward drops. And did I sign up for this? Yes. Did I give them all my metadata? Yes, I did. And did I give them my address? Yes, I did. Did I give them everything they needed to know about me ever and more? For free points? Yes, I did. I wish I had kept all my receipts because I am trying to get this free hoodie. I will be wearing this free hoodie on the podcast whenever I get it, okay? I'm going to get this. I bought 4 cases from 2 different Walmarts because, well, actually one of the Walmarts didn't have any Ice Mountain. So what was that? Sold out. Ice Mountain, hey, you were sold out, baby girl. Yes, you were. Probably by me. But then I went to another Walmart because I was thirsty. Your girl was thirsty. So I bought 4 cases of water and I now have... There's dust in here. Dust girl. I now have roughly 600 points, okay, from saving up. So I'm very excited about this. I need 5,000. They better not up their prices of their points by the time I need to get this. So 5,000 for the hoodie, and I am so close. I'm almost a fifth of the way there. So I'm very excited, and I will be wearing it on the podcast. They better have big girl sizes or I'm going to cry. So yeah, Ice Mountain, love you. I'm sure you guys care about that. Let me know your favorite water down below. Fiji, pretty good. I love Fiji, but who can afford Fiji? You know what I'm saying? Ice Mountain is like that sweet spot between like water that doesn't like taste like bleach and, you know, luxury water that I can't afford. So, you know, even if I could afford luxury water, I will never be too good for Ice Mountain because I love Ice Mountain. 100% natural spring water, 16.9 fluid ounce. Wow, you can scan for more information. And hey, they are pledging to recycle on their website. So that is pretty awesome as well. And they're helping to conserve the springs. So I think that's pretty cool. So Ice Mountain, I will love you forever. And I will talk about you on every podcast. I'm sorry. You guys probably don't give a crap, but I think a lot about, this is like the deeper side of me, guys. So come here, because I think a lot about like ethically sourced things. Like it's hard to ethically source things as a beginner, right? And whenever you live in a rural area and you're not in a city, and you can't afford it, like whenever you're like a lower, you know, income family, how do you ethically source things, right? Or recycle things? And like, what are our government officials doing to better the environment? Because like water and like keeping it clean and having no microplastics and medicine that's been thrown away and like trickled down from businesses and chemicals, and they're putting chemicals in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be drinking all that. So I am grateful to places like Ice Mountain. I guess that's not a place, but you know what I'm saying. Businesses like the Ice Mountain brand that are focusing on clean water, and also like vegetation and things like that are so important. And I am often conflicted about these things, but I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified. I just have concerns. Now that I've ranted about clean water, let's talk about Until Dawn, the movie. I told you guys last week that I would be talking about it. First, I have to show you, this is a custom. Okay, this says,
It was just a prank, Han.
it was just a prank hand. It's this little pin. Okay, my sister did make this for me, and it is made out of a monster bottle cap and a little safety pin. And I do love this. This was quite the cute little thing. I'm going to try to set it back up. Okay, well, it's just going to lay there. My sister is an icon, and she's much more crafty than I, and she always gives me really cool stuff, which she needs to stop because I'm trying to be a minimalist and I'm going to throw it all away. But it's the thought that counts, right? So Until Dawn, the movie, I would give it out of 5 stars. 2.5 or 3 probably. It was a fun little movie. It was, everybody in it was super pretty as far as like the actors go. Love it. Abe is probably my favorite. There was a lot of comedic moments, not just with the acting like on purpose, but like some of like the, I won't say bad acting, but the fun acting, you know? And I loved a lot of like the jokes and things they wrote in. If you are going into this movie for the expectation of it being exactly like the game or the remake, no.
Honey,
Do not do
you've
that.
got
You
a
will,
big storm coming.
it was just a prank hand. Like, don't do that, because even like the slang and things, they could have like done, you know, some really fun stuff with like urban slang, but they did not. Well, they, you know, the dialogue was really funny, but they didn't, like, if your expectation is set to be similar to the game, you will be disappointed. So as a fan of the game, iconic, but in a different way. It was nice to see a movie that was inspired by the game rather than a direct copy of the game. There were some fun little Easter eggs too. And honestly, how it was produced and the camera quality and like the angles and things that they did and the jump scares. Like we watched it in theater, my sister and I usually jump scares don't always get me. Like I'm like, okay, it's coming. But there were 2 that got me really bad. And I was like, you know, like it was like looking in the mirror for me, you know, jump scare. Like it got me a couple times. And so if you're going in for like a quick little cheap thrill, yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. I wouldn't be like top 10 favorite horror movies by any means. But as far as like little horror movies that have come out and like been flop Tina, you know, like it's not flop Tina, and I really did enjoy it. But Abe was my favorite character. I know you're supposed to hate the bag boyfriend, but he was so funny, his dialogue, and he handsome gentleman. Okay, I enjoyed the movie as an experience. Probably won't be watching it again anytime soon. Maybe in about 10 years I'll be ready for a rewatch of that one. But yeah, it was very enjoyable. I had a good time. You guys probably know from the reels that I keep showing you that I have recently spent a lot more time online than I should be spending. Someone please help me. Yeah, I've been on Instagram a lot and I've been watching people. Yeah, I've been watching people and I've been seeing some things and I have some complaints. I have some complaints to you guys about, okay? Let's talk about it. Long inspirational captions. I'm over you. I'm over the paragraph. Am I probably going to make some of these in my life? Am I probably going to make some more very frequently? Yeah, very frequently, because I know it annoys people. And I was like, you know what? If I'm getting annoyed by this, that means I should probably do it more. So I'm going to annoy you. I'm going to annoy you so much. I'm going to annoy you. And if you don't like it, then get annoyed, because that's exactly what I want from you. So I will be making my captions much longer because you guys aren't engaging. So I have long inspirational captions are coming. But do they annoy me? Yes. The second thing that annoys me, and this one annoys me much more than the first one, it annoys me whenever you have a child and then you use said child, typically a baby, as a prop. You're using your baby as a prop for your thirst trap or like whatever you're doing, your selfie with your crusty man or like whatever. And then you like make this profound post about childbirth like you are the first person to ever give birth. And I know I am not a birthing person. I am not somebody who can give birth, but I feel as if I would definitely keep my child's face off of the internet for as long as possible. Maybe, even if I had a man, guys, I don't think I'd be like showcasing him everywhere, because that's my man. I want a man that doesn't do social media. I'm going to be real. Hey, if you don't do social media, DM me. Just kidding. You can't, because you don't do for social media. So I'm going to have to meet you in person. But that being said, guys, don't use your baby as a prop. Also, it's weird. Some people do it with like their kids too. The family vloggers. I don't watch family vloggers. I think people that watch family vloggers are weird, and that's just me. That's just me. You're monetizing your child. Key takeaways: don't use your child as a prop, and also, you know, maybe 100 words or less on the Instagram captions. I wonder what the limit is for Instagram captions. Guys, I guess I'm gonna have to be a guest speaker at the next TanaCon, because on Not Loveline, Trisha Paytas and Tana Mojo's podcast together. I swear they talked about me, guys. And I know you're going to say other people were probably tagging in the comments and there was probably a top comment, but I looked. I didn't look that hard, but I looked, and all the top comments were not anybody. And I didn't even have a top comment, but this girl, let me just show you this video. Okay, so this girl is surfing, right? And they talk about this clip on Not Loveline, and I thought that was so funny because I tagged, like, I throw it on the screen. It was weeks ago. I tagged her and I said something like, Tana, this looks like you or something, and I like, or you look great here, I think is what I said. But I commented because I was like, you know, maybe she'll see it, but I wasn't like doing it with the intent of her to see it like from just me. I was hoping other people would tag her because I was like, I saw that and I legit thought, I was like, is she being Mimi? I thought it was so funny because I was like, that looks like Tana. That literally looks like Tana. But I commented this, check the timestamp. I commented this weeks ago, and then they did have a little clip. Let me just play the clip because I have to play it for you guys.
Do you see the surfer surfing with the Birkin bag?
Oh, yes, Trisha, that's so funny. She just showed me that. There's this video of this blonde wakeboarding.
It looks like you.
And she looks just like me, honestly. I get tagged in that every day. I should honestly just post that on my account and say it's me, because who is that?
I just thought it was iconic. I was like, and also I don't always get to catch every episode or full episodes of everything because I'd be busy. I'd be booked. She's working. She's booked and working. I'm busy producing. I'm busy editing. I'm busy being star talent. Okay. So I can't always catch every episode. So I did have this on and I was like doing my little homeworks. I was doing my homework and listening, and I had to rewind it. Because I was shook. So yeah, am I famous now? Definitely. Now that we've exhausted that topic, let's wind down the podcast because I have some things that we need to talk about as a family, okay? Because this is a family and this is an open space where we can have discourse that is appropriate. Yeah, it is. So you guys saw the title of the video, but before we discuss the title, I first have to tell you guys that Song of the Week is Disco Baby by Ayesha Erotica. And you guys know how I feel about Ayesha Erotica. You know that I love her. You know that I think she is one of the best producers to have ever existed and is doing things with music that is groundbreaking. She's not only groundbreaking in the production category, she's also a phenomenal writer, lyricist, and talent. I think she's a great rapper as well. And I think she's gorgeous. I think she's gorgeous, gorgeous, okay? I am sad that people do not see her for who she is, but I think she will continue being a very big star in the future as long as she wants to be in the public eye. So that said, Disco Baby is Song of the Week, and this is an older Ayesha song, and the production quality of this, so good. The lyricism is fun. The songwriting is so good. I just love Ayesha. I love her so much. And it's really a shame that she stole my Kia. Okay, that stole my Kia. Ayesha, I love you. You could have just asked for the keys. I would have given it to you. But Ayesha Erotica stole my freaking Kia. Okay, and I wish I were joking here. I wish I were joking. I am joking a little bit. Ayesha Erotica did not steal my Kia. This is all alleged, but someone did. In fact, 2 to 3 people stole my Kia. Now, if you guys know me, which you do, I think I actually said a few episodes that I drive fast in my Kia, and I used to when I had one. When I had one, guys, the other day, it was actually Wednesday of last week. Whenever I'm filming this now, it was Wednesday of last week. Okay, I wake up. It was a morning. I was like, I really don't want to edit this project, which was the previous video I was working on. And I woke up and I was like staring at the wall and I was like, I could just stare here all day because, you know, I'm depressed. And I was like, no, I'm going to face the day and I'm going to get up and I'm going to power edit. I'm going to power through. So the first thing I do in the mornings on my day off is I march my booty into the living room and I turn on my little plant lights so they can get their little food because it's a fake sun for them. And I open my blinds. I have 2 windows and I open the blinds, right? So I opened the first blind and I was like, where's my car? Because it's facing the concrete slab that is, you know, where I park my car. And I was like, where's my car? And then I was like, oh, I must have just parked closer to the door. Because sometimes I do that. But usually I park right there. So I open the second one. My car is gone. Gone. My car is gone. My car is gone. So what do? I start freaking out. That's what I do. Actually, I didn't freak out nearly as much as I thought I would. If somebody told me like, hey, your car's going to get stolen, you're probably going to freak out. I didn't freak out that much. Tell me why. I don't know. But the good news was I didn't have to edit that day because of all because of everything going on. So I immediately called my best friend, which he doesn't answer because it's 6 a.m. And of course, why would he answer? It's 6 a.m. Nobody answers their phone at 6 a.m. So I was like, oh. Oh. So I called 911 because I was like, I guess the police will know what to do because I don't know what to do. So I called 911, 5 rings. Okay. If you work for 911 emergency systems, please tell me why it took 5 rings to answer me on a Wednesday at 6 a.m. Were a lot of people in danger? Is that what? Hello? Like, hello? I was literally like, oh, hey, my car is stolen. Like, huh? Like, they didn't answer. I was like, what if I was bleeding out? Like, and I literally was like, hey, nobody's dying or anything, but my car got stolen. Yeah, and I don't really know what to do. So then an officer comes to my home and he wasn't hot. He wasn't hot. And did I get a little ready for this officer because I knew he was coming over? Yeah. So I got a little cute and then this officer came over. He was a really nice guy though. So that was actually appreciated because in my experiences with officers in the past, they always haven't been the nicest, you know, so it was nice to have someone that was actually helpful. So this is the fun part, guys. I have front porch cameras, okay? And I have back porch cameras. I have several cameras in my home because I am an icon and I like to be on film. So I did film the whole theft and I was busy trying to find the footage whenever he arrived. So I find the footage for him. I fill out my little police report. I tell him what I know, etc., etc. And we see 2 criminals stealing my car. Later, I do backtrack through the footage like hours before and hours after because I wanted to see if they drove back around the block or like what happened, right? I always lock my vehicle. So before you even comment down below, well, you should have locked it. I did, okay? I always lock, and my Kia had a feature where it auto-locked. So these people did break into my car and hotwired it and stole it, which, if you guys know, and I did know this, I stole a Kia. Hello, I stole a Kia at the song. Apparently there's something like going viral, like the Kia Boys is what I've heard, and like people know about this. I didn't really know about this, but I knew there was like recalls on the car and like an active class action lawsuit about it. And I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really think it was going to be that big of a deal if I was like staying local because it's not like I was going to, you know, a big city like St. Louis or somewhere where I thought it would get picked up. So I was shocked whenever it had been gone, but I don't know if I'm going to insert their photos. If I am, I'm going to do it right now. But I have one of the guy's faces and the other guy took his shirt off and wrapped it around his head and was wearing very memorable shoes, but they seemed like young people. Now, I would have respected the hustle a little bit more if they had stolen my car and then like taken it across state lines and then junked it or sold it and like, you know, for drug money or like whatever, right? I respect the hustle a little bit more, but to steal somebody's vehicle, also these people were dropped off, by the way, a car dropped them off and then they like did some walking. They also messed around with the car like an hour and a half before they stole it, so they were in and out of the car. Like it was a whole thing, okay? And I know that because I caught it on camera. Whenever they stole the car, it was gone. It was gone. It was stolen. I was sad. And then the next day, it was actually a day and a half, I believe. The police ended up finding it several miles away, but it was still in town, the town that it was stolen in, my town. And it was fully totaled. So I am going to press charges if they catch the people. At this point in time, they have not, but they have collected evidence, etc. So, yeah, I'm really disappointed in people because who does that? First of all, I would say I get it, but I don't get it. Like you're going to take somebody's vehicle and then joyride it and like destroy it. And so luckily, I'm in a place where my mother did let me borrow one of her vehicles because she has an old beat up truck. So I'd be driving in the truck. I'd be cruising, y'all. I'd be cruising in my I actually learned to drive in that truck because, you know, it's been around in my family for so long. So it's been kind of fun driving the gas hog in this economy. But luckily for me, I did pay for full coverage, which is great because I hopefully will not be bankrupt for having to buy a whole new vehicle. But thank God there's tariffs going on right now. It's the perfect time to buy a car. Yeah, so Ayesha Erotica did steal my Kia, and I'm sorry. Ayesha Erotica did not steal my Kia. But I do think it's kind of funny that culturally people are talking about this and then people are doing it. I think that is wild. People need to chill. And am I in a good place? Yeah, I guess I am in a good place. I'm thankful to have a mother that lets me borrow a vehicle, and I am thankful for full coverage, even though that's something we could talk about, y'all. Y'all want to talk about insurance? Y'all want to talk about all that bogus? Tell me why a deductible I'm paying the first $1,000 out of pocket whenever I pay for full coverage. Tell me what that is. And also, guys, I owed on the car still because I had a car loan. So like the check that you get back for your full coverage, it pays for the car loan off first. And then it also, your deductible is taken from that. So I've learned a lot about insurance lately, guys. So that's what's been going on in my life. But is the episode late? No, it is not. You're welcome. So I don't know. That's what's been going on with me. Hopefully by the next time you guys talk to me, I will have a new vehicle. And what? Party. I'm going to end the podcast by showing you Mr. Silver, which he does glow in the dark from what I've been told by this box. Silver vinyl figure, Hot Topic glows in the dark. So that is pretty cool. I don't really like these pop people, but my sister knows that I love Sonic and the whole team, the Sonic team, and she did get me this silver, and I kind of want to take him out of the box, and I might, but I haven't decided yet, so I'm going to leave him in the box for now. But he is very cute, and I do like him because Silver is my daddy. As you can see from the wall, Silver is one of my mini daddies. So Silver the Hedgehog, guys. There is one last thing that I need to discuss with you before I go today, and that is we have finally reached episode 20 of the Wig Alopecia podcast. And that means that is a wrap on the season, guys. And guys, when I tell you, I feel like I have had so much fun. I was going to say I felt like I've had so much fun. It's because I have. I've been up and down throughout this podcast as far as like my moods and what was going on in my life. It has been quite a turbulent year already for me, but I feel like I've grown just so much as a person by producing this, because it's really taught me more time management skills, because as you guys know, I am star quality, I am star talent, and I produce all of this myself. I write it all myself. So season 2 is coming. I'm not quite sure when the launch date will be, but stay tuned on Instagram and everywhere else that I am, because I will be coming back with season 2. But don't be alarmed, because just because the season is over and completed, that does not mean I'm going to be gone. I'm still going to be uploading. YouTube videos are coming. I've got some video essay type stuff coming and some funny content. I'm trying different things, okay? Because I feel a little creatively stifled with the podcast. I like the format. I like the show. If you guys have any improvements or things you'd like to suggest, please leave them in the factions down below. But I do have some other avenues I want to explore, and I will be still cranking out that short form content, because right now I know some of you guys really like the podcast, but I want to kind of try and build, a bigger audience for you guys, so it will be more fun experience for everybody. So I will be cranking out some reels, because right now I don't have the time to edit the reels because I'm editing the long format of the podcast, right? So I will be taking a few weeks off, but my weeks off are going to be cranking out short form for you guys. So that's to build the audience, but just know I'm also writing, I'm planning, and I've got some really big things coming for season 2. Also, this is maybe a little tease. We might have to wait till season 3 on this, but I'm planning to have some guests on the podcast as well. So the format of the pod is living and breathing. It's a living and breathing podcast, and things are changing, but I love you guys. I really do. And I'm grateful for every single one of you who have ever left me a hate comment, and keep it up, because I need that energy in my life. You guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive. Everything is awesome. I'm not even saying that ironically. Everything is awesome and life is good. And even if it's not great, you can always try to find the silver lining. So keep it together, girl, because I'm trying my best to. So if I'm trying, you better be trying too. But I love you guys. Season 2 is coming very, very soon, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.